I think that parties and non-parties really have to get together a lot more, because the richness of the expertise and the views that all of us hold is going to be very important if we're to achieve the Paris targets. It's a very difficult set of targets to achieve, and we're certainly not on course for that. And I actually would encourage parties to engage significantly more with non-state actors who really have the expertise, both from climate science, business and finance, and the green groups in terms of society's view on these things. So I think deeper engagement is going to be necessary. I think the more transparent that these processes are, and the more transparent, in fact, of the achievements under the NDCs through this facilitative dialogue will be very important to us being able to move forward. Already we know that the NDCs are insufficient to reach the Paris targets, and I think that it's very important for us to have that transparency, to know what countries are achieving as well as planning, so that private capital in particular can be deployed into those areas to solve this problem. I think the next piece of work that will go public and is important is the IPCC's report on reaching 1.5, and then of course we've got AR6 coming out before the 2018 COP. These need to actually be used to engage the community much more. We collectively, state and non-state actors, along with scientists, have to be impressing upon our communities the urgency and seriousness of the climate change challenge. And I think it's through community action and public opinion that we'll see a lot more ambition come forward from governments. One of the areas that I'm heartened by is how many of the green groups are actually supportive of the deployment of CCS. Others are not, of course. They see it as an excuse for fossil fuels. But pragmatically, it's a real technology to address emissions rather than continue use of fuels. And I think we're seeing increasingly organisations like Bologna and Zero in Europe, along with the NRDC in the United States, Great Plains Institute, many others, that are increasingly adding their voice to the need for CCS. This is a great example of industry and green groups working together in the best interests of the planet rather than being caught by ideology.